Let's do this.
Kevin, 48 hours out from a big fight. What's the feeling like for you right now?
I feel like $1 million. Still full of a lot of energy. You know, I got a big weight cut ahead of me, so that's where the focus is right now. Come out, show a little bit, not too explosive, move around a little bit, and on Saturday now, go get the job done.
Can you tell us a little bit about where your weight is? You mentioned, I mean, you always mentioned this is a tough one for you. Where are you right now?
Right now, I'm probably like 74 or something like that, so I have a decent little cut. And it ain't gonna be nothing different. I've cut from a lot higher than that, so it's gonna be smooth.
So that's normal the day before weigh-ins?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be smooth. Watch, I mean, I carry a lot of muscle, so it's a lot easier for me to cut the water, and I'm just not a bitch about it. Like I had tiramisu last night, so I look, the shit gonna hurt when they get down to the end, but I'm a man up about it, especially when you talk about 20%. There's a lot of things I do for 40, 50 G's. I'll tell you that right now.
Tony's a unique fighter. When you break him down, is there anything that concerns you, especially one place, one position that you have to make sure that the fight doesn't go?
Nah, a little bit of everywhere. With him, it's not even so much a technical thing. It's his mindset that drives him through a lot of these fights. He's in the fights. He's getting hurt. But he comes back and he's hurting other guys, and he's able to weather them storms. So I'm gonna bring a hurricane at his ass, and I don't think he's gonna be able to weather it. I think the first round is gonna go terrible for him. The second round is gonna go terrible for him, all the way through the fifth.
But conventional wisdom is he's the guy that can go 5 rounds. So why do you believe that you're the guy that can go 5 rounds?
I feel like I'm built for 5 rounds. I've always said it. I feel like all my fights should be 5 rounds. So from here on out, they will be. Because I'm a smarter fighter. You know, I go back to the corner, I reassess. You know, if I have a tough round, I start the next one, and it's gonna be smart. So the more time I get in between the corners, the stronger that I'm gonna get. The more I'm able to dissect guys, and you see it in all my fights. You know, once that first round gets up out the way, then I start really feeling them. I start getting my timing down, and it's all over from there. So once it goes into the 4th and 5th, it's just going to be even more icing on the cake.
And lastly for me, I mean, I know it's kind of a cliche, but in your mind, is this really the lightweight championship? Because with Conor's plans uncertain, I mean, is this the real lightweight championship?
Oh yeah, it is. And you can ask anybody, you know, anybody that's a sport fan, anybody that's a fan of MMA, and they're gonna tell you the same. This is for the real lightweight championship. Me and Tony both had the most fights in this division. It's only right, and it's only when you think about it logically. I'm just bringing facts to people. People think I'm talking shit and I'm doing this. I'm bringing facts and I'm backing them up with numbers. So if you can't, then if you got a problem with that, then go look at the numbers. Go look at the numbers and see who's really been on top of this division.
And Kevin, yesterday they started the campaign Strong Vegas, and the UFC will be the first event, the first sport event after all the things that happened. You know, what do you see as a UFC star to the fans that are waiting there?
Yeah, like I said, even to the fans that came out today, it was kind of a late notice thing that the media workouts were going to be open, and I still appreciate them. I'm willing to, sacrifice some of my energy, put my body on the line to take people's mind off of that. So on Saturday night, there's going to be even more of that. I'm putting my body, I'm putting my health on the line for people to get their mind off of it, and I hope if I can just give you 25 minutes of you not thinking about something else, then it's worth it to me.
How important is it for life to go on after what happened?
I'm a Las Vegas resident myself, so it especially gets close to home for me because I think about it. But you just gotta live, you gotta live and not look to the future, not look to the past. Just keep living day by day and live the life to the fullest. So I'm out here, I'm taking these risks. Fighting Tony Ferguson is the biggest risk that anybody can take at 155. But I love it. I love taking these risks. I think that's what life is all about. Regardless, whatever happens, I'm gonna live my life and I'm gonna be happy.
You did some side-by-side interviews with Tony yesterday. You seem genuinely perplexed by a lot of the stuff that he was saying. Why is that?
Yeah, he's a weirdo. Like I said, I hit you with facts. He come up with all these scenarios in his head. I told him, you gotta stop smoking whatever these you smoking, bro. Cause I don't know, he be on some, I just let him do what he do. He talking about I'm a fake and all that, but let's be honest, the man's a Mexican from Michigan. He can't even speak Spanish, and he talking about so it is what it is. He's a weird dude. I don't really like going back and forth with him. It's kind of frustrating. I think you can even see it on my face because I'm just like, bro, like what are you talking about? Like they asked him a question about McGregor and he's bringing up some, I don't even think he really listened. It's just he a weird dude and it's hard talking to stupid.